Hello everyone, and thank you for tuning into this week's topic of coaching high-performance athletes. Even if you aren't coaching high performance per se, there are still factors of this presentation that can benefit you as a coach and give you some things to think about. Some topics I'll be covering are successful coaching strategies and building a coach-athlete relationship. Before I get into too much detail, I know every coach has their own style of coaching, but these are just some principles to ponder and ask yourself if you can incorporate them into your own philosophies. The 4 principles are empathy, authenticity, acting in the athlete's best interest, and a person before player mentality. So the first one is empathy, and if there's one thing that we know, it's that empathy is a conscious choice. Empathy can be conveyed by asking questions that spark conversations about someone's situation, and it's key to put yourself in that player's shoes to truly feel empathetic. Number 2 is authenticity. Athletes need honesty, but if you're offering criticism, be prepared to offer a solution as well. It's important to identify what the athlete needs to work on and communicate that to them, but not every athlete is going to want to hear that, but it is important information. The third one is acting in the athlete's interest. Skill-wise, each athlete is different and learning at their own pace, but as a coach, recognize where they're at and meet them there. Meaning, why teach them to run if they're at a crawling pace, or why teach them to crawl when they're already walking? Once you've recognized where they're at, provide the athlete with information and resources that they need to be successful, but still being mindful of outside stressors. And the fourth and last principle is person before player mentality. Arguably, the most important principle is making sure they feel like a person rather than just one of your players. The quality of your conversations is much more important than the quantity. If you take a genuine interest in their lives outside of the sport, it can show them that you honestly care about their well-being. And from here, you develop the athlete's desire to be successful. And lastly, just some things to think about and keep in mind about the coach-athlete relationship is that there is a balance of demands and care. This is not an inverse relationship. Meaning it's okay to be demanding of your athletes, but understand the balance between care and demands. Secondly, you can critique, but also provide a solution. And lastly, just be mindful of your words and their impact that they can have on players. And just remain mindful of their well-being. Thank you for listening, and keep an eye out for any new postings in the future. Thank you.